Module 2 is all about identifying your next big deal. Remember in Module 1, we took you through a process to discover your DealMaker DNA. In this module, we're going to teach you or show you how to identify your next big deal. And Doc, a big part of that and the core of our teaching is LinkedIn.
It's absolutely LinkedIn. And before we unveil the secrets of one of the crown jewels of LinkedIn and why LinkedIn is the world's best tool for really identifying and finding your client, your ideal client. Why is it so important to identify your ideal clients? Why can't you just go for anybody?
Well, you sometimes end up with clients you don't want. Right? And now that you've done module 1, you will identify those clients that are in sync with your DNA, in harmony with your business. And we call those your clients for life or your potential clients for life. Not all of them will lead to being clients for life. But what you also want to avoid is the client from hell, or the one that doesn't fit in with your. And this is what people struggle with. And this is why this module is important. Deal makers are those that are opportunistic and go for revenues and want to just, year on year improve their revenue lines. It's important, of course, but making that the core of your business growth is dangerous in that you will also, in the process, spend a lot of time and energy on clients that are not your clients for life.
So if you think that anybody with a wallet is your ideal client, you will be in for a surprise. So now let's talk about LinkedIn.
Yes.
LinkedIn, once you understand the LinkedIn algorithm and once you make proper use of the LinkedIn Sales Navigator, you will be able to find exactly the right kind of client at the right position at the company you're targeting, and you will understand, first of all, what are their demographics. So you will be able to target clients, your ideal client, by industry, by geography, by seniority, by function. So is it a chief financial officer, chief marketing officer, maybe the CEO?
Why is it important to target the right level of client?
So it's vitally important because the LinkedIn algorithm is built such that once you penetrate an industry, LinkedIn will unlock more and more of the right people in that industry. LinkedIn also rewards you for finding and connecting with decision makers, and not just anybody. And when you go into Sales Navigator and you look at your social selling index, the one number that really determines your success on LinkedIn, you will see it has a lot to do with finding the right people and actually engaging decision makers in the industry that you're targeting.
That is excellent. Doc, can you also size up your market on LinkedIn?
Absolutely. You can do, and you have to do, target lists on LinkedIn. So using these parameters in the Sales Navigator, you actually need to draw up your target list for your ideal client in a certain industry, in a location, and you will see exactly how many of those ideal clients, the right decision makers, are in your geography, in your industry, and you will be able to make an informed decision whether or not that ideal client is worth going after and how much you should spend in pursuing and attracting your ideal client.
Wonderful. And an important tool which you will learn on this module is the industry map, right? And that's two parts to it. It's an internally from the supply side, from your side, who are your competitors, who is also targeting this client that you're after, and on the external side is who are the peer groups to your client. Those are also potentially clients of yours.
So why is CI, competitive intelligence, so important for identifying your next big deal?
Well, I call it market intelligence, of which competitor intelligence is just one part. Right? Intelligence of your peers as well is important because if you are in an industry that is competitive, right, the only thing that's going to set you apart is your differentiators.
Okay.
Right? And what are those differentiators? That is an iterative, deep dive process which we'll take our clients through.
And then I believe there's one more step in targeting your ideal clients.
Correct. And that I call the CAP, the Client Action Plan. Taking all of this identification process, you've mapped your clients, your peers, your competitors, Now you need to put it into a plan.